the prime Stone's rules. What has happened? Like a 3-minute briefing to America. What has just transpired?
This is a rejection of elitism. This is a rejection of the globalist two-party duopoly that has run the country into the ditch. So the agenda of endless war and erosion of our civil liberties and massive debt and bailouts for the guys on Wall Street. Let me tell you something. Under President Trump, the crooks on Wall Street who rip people off and make millions, they're going to prison. We're finally going to have a nation of laws, not men. Trump stands for equality. He feels strongly about these things. Alex keeps asking me, because he hasn't known Donald as long as I have, will Trump really do these things? Will he really stick to his guns? You don't understand how stubborn he is. He is going to build the wall. He's going to secure our borders. He is going to cancel NAFTA. He's going to kill TPP. He's going to get us trade deals that bring us jobs and prosperity.
Can you see him? No, and I know he's for real. I just see him saying, let's be nice to Hillary. She's a great lady. Well, that's BS.
No, that's not.
Okay, well, what was the calculus? Would you have advised him to do that?
Yes, I would have, because it's a message for the people.
Because the stock market, he wants to bring her people in and make them, okay, I get it. Plus, we don't want the stock market to plunge.
We do.
I mean, that's the point CJ made. I was like, I'm pissed at Trump this morning. He goes, you want a stock market plunge? And I'm kind of like, I guess it is presidential.
We do want to be one country. On the other hand, the question of what happens to Hillary should be left to prosecutors. Let them look at the evidence and make a decision. All Trump is doing is allowing that process to happen, because it hasn't happened so far. They've been protected. This is elite deviance, where there are some people so powerful, so connected, so wired, so wealthy, that the rules don't apply for them. That will end under Donald Trump. We will be going back to be a nation of laws, and the Clintons will finally get the prosecution, this is my opinion, that they have long deserved and averted.
And it's not about, I'm not a vindictive person.
This is finally a time for reckoning. This has been long coming. They have flouted their nose at the system. They've gotten away literally with murder, with corruption, with treason. Bill Clinton sold the missile technology, targeting technology for this country to the Red Chinese.
The boost, the reentry, the separation, the MIRV, the targeting.
In return for what, $300,000 in Chinese funny money campaign contributions? He should have gone down for that rather than Monica Lewinsky.
That's what I wanted to say. They sold out so cheap. They sold the whole country out for a couple $100 million.
Well, because
why didn't our government, or you know, here's $200 million. Don't sell us out. You know,
it is time. There will be a time of reckoning. At this point, however, I think it's important that we let the new president focus on forming an administration of like-minded individuals. I don't want to see a lot of Yale and Harvard graduates in the cabinet.
Harvard's been running the country for 30 years. You people are all in a delusion. You have a Harvard degree. I'm sorry. Everybody I know that has a Harvard degree is an asshole.
No, wait a minute. They're trained to govern. They're educated to govern. How have they done? Exactly how well is that going?
Now, you ran the most beautiful, glistening republic into the ground.
So it's a new day. We're now going to have a government of the people. You're going to have a non-elitist view of our problems. You're going to have a taking of stock. But Trump knows what he's about, and he is tough as nails. I've known him 40 years. The man is as tough as they come. You come out of the world of Manhattan real estate. Believe me, Putin is a pushover compared to the people he's had to deal with.
But explain me the calculus, because the Russians aren't perfect, and they've gotten out of oligarchy, but they still have those systems. Putin is trying to promote family, lower taxes than we have. I mean, I think overall, he's a good guy. There's a lot of propaganda against him, but the fact that, quite frankly, they were doing their job. You're supposed to infiltrate other governments. They bought Hillary. That she was doing the stuff for, selling out America to Russia. So Russia was doing some espionage with her. With Trump, though, the leaders, hardliners, are like in love with him. They never met him. Is it just the fact that he's such a man?
I think it's because they believe, Alex, that he'll keep his word. That if he reaches agreement on behalf of the United States of America, his word is good.
They know he doesn't have a big hard-on for them.
And he doesn't want war. I don't think they want war either. That's really the subtext here, which is Hillary and the Obama policies were hurtling us towards war with Russia. I think Putin...
So I'm going to ask you again. They weren't involved in any way. Expand.
Putin, like Trump, I think, would prefer a period of détente. He would prefer a period of negotiation.
But how pissed are the Russians going to get? Obviously, he knows they're not even a big economy. Russia's in trouble. He wants to build them up. But at the same time, what's Russia going to do when Trump does deals that are better for us? I mean, they have to know he's going to...
I think they know he's a hard-nosed leader. If they can get a deal that's good for both of us, isn't that better than thermonuclear war, which is what Hillary has in mind? I think the Russians, particularly the Russian people, would rather live in peace. They have their own deep economic problems, as do we. We have a common enemy in ISIS, created by Barack Obama, by George W. Bush and Barack Obama, and armed by Hillary.
That's right. She superpowered him. She turboed him. So we're going to go to break, come back and take calls for a while. You'll be gone about 15 minutes, and we'll do the Facebook mentions on your channel, and then you're going to get on the plane. What about China? And people say, because this is what the left works. Remember back when Clinton got caught selling the missile secrets, letting Laura Allen Hughes do it, they went, I remember having CNN actually call me the first time I was ever on CNN, and they go, was on air, they go, I was like 26 years old, they go, are you anti-Asian? And I didn't play the race card that my sister's Korean adopted. And I said, no, I mean, China suppresses the people of China. I'm against the communist regime. But they now say, oh, people are anti-China. Well, I don't want a centralized government taking over all 6. Will China let us take over their media? All 6 Hollywood studios now happening. The left is so panicking. They're like, just spread their legs and went, China, we're merging with you. Help us beat the Patriots. This is sedition. So here's the deal. I don't care if you were Russian, German, whoever you are. The Russians aren't around here trying to take over. The communist Chinese are. And let me explain something. I think communist Chinese spies, other people, need to get dealt with real fast. We need to roll them up. The big threat is China.
Assange has said this. When it comes to hacking the international community, they're the ones you need to be concerned about. Look, the Chinese, like the Russians, they oppress Christians. They oppress gays. They oppress women. This is an oppressive society. We don't buy into Putin's totalitarianism any more than we do the Red Chinese. But in Donald Trump, they have a tough customer. They have a guy who understands their system. Let's
be fair. Russia's resurgent Christian right-wing stuff is like not the same universe as China with mobile execution vans.
No, look, China is the great Satan. That's the real evil on the planet, and that's who we ought to be concerned about. And that's who the Clintons were dealing with. So Trump understands who the bad guys are.
Exactly. Like let's say Hillary's a prostitute with foreign power. China's having sex with her 25 times a day. Saudi Arabia, 2 or 3 times?
Always back to the sex with you. Always back to the sex.
Look, that's a good little
it's a good analogy. It's a great analogy. I think it's exactly right. Trump knows who the evil ones are. He knows who the enemy is. That's why I think he's going to be a great president.
Yeah, I don't want to tell the communist Chinese something, too. It's just, Huckleberry, do whatever. Because we've had them shoot their mouths off as well. Just listen, I'll roll over you so fast. I mean, I'm all for the Chinese people, but you dirtbag communists, you people are jokes. We'll be back with Roger Stone, phone calls, and more straight ahead. I'm Alex Jones.